Howdy, and welcome to another weekly vlog. It's been a minute. I think the last time I posted a video was before Thanksgiving. It is now day after Christmas. A lot's been going on in my life. I started a new position at work. I think I was kind of starting to deal with that last time I posted. Trying to get used to that, and the extra mental stress made it a little harder to come home and work on videos. And also, I haven't really been doing anything on the bike. It's been hard to keep up with it. Still training, mostly just on my trainer, and not really doing any events or group rides or anything fun like that. It's kind of the season where my riding dips a little as far as like interesting things going on, but it is Festive 500. Unfortunately, it is the day after Christmas, and this is my first ride. I've been sick for a week, so it's actually my first time on the bike since over a week ago. I still don't feel 100%, but I feel like I'm getting better, and so I decided I'm just going to do an easy spin on Zwift and try to, I don't know, just get something done, and hopefully tomorrow I'll feel a little bit better. I'll do a little bit more. Maybe I'll feel good enough to just knock a bunch of miles out. Maybe I'll just go ride my bike as much as I can, and if I fall short, I fall short. Okay, a little update on my Festive 500. As I mentioned in the intro to this video, I was not feeling very well at the beginning of Festive 500, and so I couldn't get started really until the day after Christmas, which I had a plan to get through all 500 kilometers. Unfortunately, what was a sinus infection turned into a chest infection, possibly because I tried to get on my bike too soon, but most likely just because at some point during the winter, at some point every winter, I usually have some kind of crazy cold or sinus issue or whatever that just knocks me out for like multiple weeks. Since the video is no longer going to be about me accomplishing Festive 500, I decided to pivot to a different topic, given that it is New Year's. Last year, I decided to print out a New Year's resolution sheet. So I'm going to walk through the 3 things I put on my list and go over whether I accomplished them or whether I fell short or whether I partially accomplished them. And then next week, I'm going to make a new one of these with new goals, and I'll go over those. And yeah, we'll get started in the new year with new goals. So the very first goal I have on here is simply follow a Trainer Road plan. I've used Trainer Road in the past, but never really consistently and never really stuck to a plan. But this past year I decided I wanted to actually see what happened when I stuck with a specific plan. So my main goal was really to stick with the plan through the crit racing season. So after Tulsa Tough and all the local crits were finished up, I wasn't as concerned with it. I just wanted to make sure that I stuck with an actual crit specific training plan all the way through that, just to see the results and see if it made a huge difference. And I think it's safe to say it did make a huge difference. As far as that one goes, I'd say I accomplished it. I followed the training plan all the way through the end of the crit season, and I had my best crit racing season of the year. So that brings me to my second goal. My second goal was to build my FTP to 250 watts. I am not a very powerful rider. I'm a pretty small guy. I have a terrible weight to strength ratio. And 250 watts seems like a massive amount of watts to me. So I wanted to get up there because that was kind of like a benchmark that I always thought if I can get there, then I'll feel pretty good about myself. Did I accomplish it? No. So this season, at my peak, I was at 242 watts. That was right around Tulsa Tough. I kind of assumed that I would be able to really focus more on FTP after racing season was over, because I was mostly focusing on race-specific fitness. However, things kept coming up with the car accident, with trying to get this bike painted. I am currently sitting at 236 watts. I'm pretty optimistic that the 250 watt goal is going to come pretty quickly this year. So I'm not sure if I want to make that part of my next year New Year's resolution, because I do feel like it's just inevitable that my fitness is going to go up to that level just by following more structured training. So that brings me to my third and final goal of the 2022 racing season. So this one was the most lofty of all of the goals. It was the most unknown, but this one was really like, I don't think I can do this, or I don't know how to do this, or what it's gonna take to do this, but it is the goal of racing. And so I set for the third goal to become a Cat 3 road racer. So I wrote here, become a Cat 3, make positive steps to being a Cat 3 road racer, get as many points and experience as possible, and be a student of the game. So basically, my goal for this season, yeah, it was to become a Cat 3. Like, I wanted to get enough points so I could upgrade. That would have been like, you accomplished your goal. But sub-accomplishment is that I feel like I'm making positive steps and I'm heading in the right direction. So my season racing as a Cat 4 in 2019 was a learning process. As any season should be, I finished in the pack at Film Row at OKC Pro-Am. And when I say I finished in the pack, I mean like I rolled in like, I don't know, somewhere, who cares? And that was like the highlight of my season. Because I was still with the pack. Every other race that I did that year, I got dropped. When things got shut down, that's a couple years where I didn't race, and however, I was not getting any experience. So coming in the 2022 season, I didn't want to sell myself short and just be like, you know what, you're probably bad and you're just doing this for fun. So I set myself a goal to become a Cat 3 this past year. So I was really not sure how that would go, where I would stack up. So did I become a Cat 3? No, I didn't become a Cat 3. Did I learn a lot? Absolutely. I raced as much as I could and I learned a ton. As far as points go, I acquired 3 whole points. I feel like I am on the right track and I'm only going to get better, I'm only going to get stronger, and the guys that were beating me are only going to get catted up, so, you know, I can always bank on that. Consider that goal a success? Not necessarily, but I will say that I'm proud of what I accomplished this year as far as getting better at crit racing and becoming a Cat 3. January 1st, 2023. So we're starting the new year off on the bike. Probably not advisable. I still have a cough. I still have to take Sudafed every morning. Still on antibiotics. But I haven't ridden my bike in like 2 weeks. I'm just coming out here to do one lap around the lake, just to do something. I can't continue to sit on the couch and not be active. It's just not in my bones. So we're gonna do a lap, call it a New Year gift to myself, even though I shouldn't be out here. And hopefully it doesn't set us back. I'm really looking forward to getting 2023 off. But it is a beautiful day. It's like 60 degrees, low winds. So I figured it'd be a great day to get back on the bike again for the first time in a few weeks.